Whew. Welcome back, everybody, to the channel. Now, I guess I'm just tired from last night because I feel like, when I went to church today, I was there, but it seemed like I'm just tired. And I think it's the mental aspect of actually going back to work this week, actually tonight. So I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to survive tonight, but it is what it is. But welcome everybody to the channel. This is my thoughts on Money in the Bank. Now, look, if you're watching on demand, please hit that like button as soon as you do this. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Greatly appreciate it if you do. Don't have to, but greatly appreciate it if you do, folks. If you're coming through this stream or when it gets on demand and you see it, thank you so much. Okay, so Money in the Bank. I'm seeing a lot of mixed reactions, right? And I get the mixed reactions. Don't get me wrong. I get the mixed reactions for the show. But we saw some very good back and forth wrestling with a lot of these matches. Yes, they have spots that was like, oh, what is this? Yes. But this wrestling was solid to me. Was some of the booking decisions questionable? I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I'm really mad at any of the booking decisions. I know people are, but I'm not really mad about any of these booking decisions. If I'm being honest. If I'm being completely honest, I'm not really mad at any of these booking decisions from the show last night. But I know some people are and everything. But let's talk about John Cena. Let's talk about John Cena. John Cena retiring. I mean, look, we knew it was coming. We knew John's time was done. Hi, welcome to the stream. Hey is the best. Hi. Welcome everyone to the stream. Jesus, 26 people. All right. This is going to look like a TikTok stream, ain't it? 42 people. That's the most I've ever had. But if you could hit that like button for me for the people that came in, that's a lot of people on the stream. But John Cena, man. Look, even if you don't watch wrestling, which I am a wrestling channel to the extent, even if you don't watch wrestling, you know who John Cena is by far. So, thank you so much. The impact John has had with wrestling overall, thank you so much, Spy. You've never seen him? Okay, good joke. That's a very good joke. I'll give you that. The impact John has had is very, very, it's a big impact. I mean, even if you're not really the biggest fan of him and everything, it's John has had a very big impact. No, I'm not going to do that. But I don't do requests like that. I'm just not that type of person. But maybe somebody else will. John Cena has had a huge impact in just building the company up to where the heights are right now. John is a huge person that has contributed to that. Um, it is unreal because seeing John announce his retirement and everything and all that, that definitely tells me that, look, I'm getting older by the day or by the year. Like, I know I'm getting that shows me more that I know I'm getting older little by little. So me getting older and older like that, and I'm not really old. I'm not. I'm really only 20. I'm only 27. But felt like only yesterday he was a doctor of thugonomics. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I'm not old or anything, but I definitely feel a little bit older by the day now. Seeing John retire and everything, it's like, okay, who's next? Realistically, it'd be Randy that's next, and I mean, I think the Randy retirement's going to hit me more. And I'll say, and only reason I say the Randy retirement whenever it happens, end of the era, bro. Yeah, yeah, it's an end of an era. But the thing is, yes, it is an end of the era. But man, they are set up very good for the next era and everything. So Randy's retirement is going to hit me more because Randy was one of my favorite. Like, he was my first time. Okay, can I talk? Okay, I'm just over the place. So, when I started watching wrestling, the first person I saw was Kane, right? I think the first person I ended up liking and just seeing on TV, and I'm like, okay, this guy's cool, was Randy. The first ever wrestling t-shirt I have is Randy's black shirt, had RKO, had blue on the back, or blue as the outline color with like white lettering, I want to say. I don't know, I could be wrong, but I just said RKO. That was the first ever wrestling t-shirt I have ever gotten. That's why Randy's retirement is going to hit me more, because I was and still am a huge Randy Orton guy and everything, and a fan of his. So it's going to hit hard when Randy does it. But John has done so much for the company in the ring and definitely outside. Like, dog, how many Make-A-Wishes has he done? And that right there is just the thing that irritates me when he did the after the pay-per-view, the press conference. Dog, he is answering every question. And why do you have to bring up Vince McMahon on his retirement? Look, I get it. I get it. When it came apart, I get it. But dog, we have heard of this Vince McMahon stuff by several people so much. When they do these press conferences, dude, let it be. Look, let it be, and don't ask those questions. Vince McMahon's going to get what he deserves, and that's probably a jail cell, hopefully. But just let it be. It just irritates me. But thank you guys for anyone that has watched and tuned in. Greatly appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, You can subscribe if you want to. You don't have to. I'm not going to be one of those, oh, hit that subscribe button or else. No, but if you do, thank you so much. I wish, and maybe I need to get an app for this if they have one. I wish every time someone subscribed that I would get a notification or something. It only happens rarely when someone subscribes, so it's dumb. But Money in the Bank. We talked about John Cena, and that was the last thing I'll say about that is, I got in my little. I would say I got in my feelings when I saw the last time or something, and I was like, oh man, he's about to do this last run. And he said he's going to do it through January through December, and I'm thinking his last hoorah might be either Survivor Series or I would love, CM Punk. I love CM Punk. CM Punk's one of those, if you like or hate, it doesn't matter. That man is going to bring you a lot to television, no matter what. But John, I feel like John, since they're going with this Netflix deal and everything, I hope they do a special or have a last match for John and have like a live special for that. I would love for Netflix to do that and WWE to do that for John. So, but let's talk about the show and go through it. I'm not going to talk about it too much and everything, but I don't know if he's the best in the world, but I give that to Cody right now. Cody is absolutely killing it with all of his matches. But Drew McIntyre, this man's Money in the Bank was first. In this men's Money in the Bank, you got Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, Drew, Chad Gable, main event Jey Uso, and L.A. Knight. Yeah. Look, this was a very good men's Money in the Bank ladder match. I liked it. I think Carmelo Hayes and Andrade had probably the best performances of this men's Money in the Bank ladder match. And I hope they showcase Andrade more on television. I'm telling you, he was my pick to win, but just because it was a dark horse and no one thought he was going to happen. So it was either that or the route they did, which was Drew McIntyre winning. And later on, basically, getting punked again. So we will talk about that later on. But Drew McIntyre wins this men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Very good match. But it was not the best match, in my opinion. Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker, man. I love Braun Breaker. He's going to be a crowd favorite very soon. They're both good. They are both phenomenal on the mic. Connor and Punk, for different reasons, they're both phenomenal on the mic. Let's be honest. Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker. Very solid, decent match here, and a lot of people are not going to like this outcome. And look, my prediction was Sami Zayn to retain. Sami Zayn is not losing this belt yet. It's only been 3 months since WrestleMania. We got to at least let him have almost a 4-month reign or something. So, this was a very solid match, but look, a lot of people don't like this outcome. Braun Breaker will have his opportunity and his chance, and he will. I don't know how they get there, but I think SummerSlam might be the destination for Braun Breaker with being Intercontinental Champion. After this is when Trish Stratus announced John Cena, and we've already talked about John Cena, so I'm going to leave it be, but this is when he came out to a great pop, of course, and this was a very good Toronto crowd, just like it always is. Very good crowd. No. So after this, we had Damian Priest versus Seth Rollins. Now, look, guys, we need. Yes, Damian had a stinger or something during this match when he got landed with the Falcon's arrow, and he did not kick out. But let's not blame the ref. The ref did his job, and Damian didn't. Now, needless to say, he couldn't kick out for some reason. So, you know, it sucks. It sucks how it ended and everything. And everything just seemed like a mess. But Damian has had a good run. But, folks, that run is ending at SummerSlam. That end and that road of Damian Priest is ending at SummerSlam, at least. Hold on. Oh, that must have been my dryer or washer down there. I was hearing this knock. Who's the king in WWE? Oh my God. My head is officially hurt now. It is not the Nigerian giant or whatever they call him. I don't know what. Omos. No, it's not. But Omos wants a piece of John Cena, though. I saw that on Twitter. Or X. Well, he can't have a piece of him because he ain't going to be able to see him. Thank God. But this Damian Seth match was... Honestly, the match was solid. But Damian not kicking out because of having a stinger, I think that's what I saw. Something was wrong where he just didn't kick out. And it was very unfortunate. Because it made the ref look stupid. And Seth's like, are you kidding me? Now, should they have pivoted to where Seth had gotten the 1, 2, 3? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. You could have still done all that stuff with Seth winning and everything, but I'll say this: a lot of people, and I know some people don't like that Drew won and everything, the men's Money in the Bank and all that. Oh, but they're both powerful. I know people don't like that Drew won the men's Money in the Bank case, and I get it. Just to waste it and lose. But folks, yeah, that's a split-second decision, and that's hard. That's hard to do on the spot. And you can't blame the referee because he knows what the finish is supposed to be. So he's thinking, and I like the finish either way. I think I like it what they did and everything. But my question is, John Cena, yes sir, yeah, he's retiring. My question is, what are they going to do to counter out Seth that should have been champion, but he's not allowed to get a title shot? Something's got to give there. But I love the way it looked because guess what? in the process of CM Punk making sure that Drew McIntyre was never going to be a champion on his watch, CM Punk did that. Yeah, I think Roman Reigns will show up in Cleveland for SummerSlam. I think that's his return. So look, you got CM Punk making sure. He said, if we're on the same brand, Drew McIntyre will never be world champion. You can't hate a man that basically told you what was going to happen if he won Money in the Bank. And the fact that Drew McIntyre, not once, not twice, actually has screwed him out of 4 matches in total. My AC is somewhere, I don't know. The fact that Drew has not been prepared for CM Punk on 4 different occasions is mind-blowing to me. It is mind-boggling and blowing to me. Okay, there it is. There's that TikToker. All right. You have been deleted for 30 minutes. The fact that Drew hasn't been prepared for CM Punk on 4 different occasions is very mind-boggling to me, and I just don't... I want someone to bring it up to Drew eventually and be like, so you didn't think he was going to screw you out of the championship if you were going to cash in? Huh? I don't know, Drew. Drew, you look pretty dumb. Yeah, Seth. Yeah. Seth. Maybe Seth will Monday. I don't know. Tomorrow night, maybe Seth will. I don't know. But I'll say this. I liked how the ending was with all the chaos and all the mess. Because at the end of the day, CM Punk did what he was going to say to Drew. And guess what? He screwed Seth Rollins in the same aspect. And here they are mad like they were at Survivor Series when he returned. And when you have television like this that is going to be must watch, which it literally has been every week just to see what's going to happen with all this different aspects of the show. Now you're going to want to see what the hell Seth's going to say, what the hell Drew's going to say, and if Punk's there, I don't know. So no, I haven't spoke on Jey yet. I actually haven't spoke on Jey yet because I think it's just very common that we know what's going to happen. Dog, he wasn't going to win Money in the Bank, and people are bitching about that. Stop bitching. This is what happens to this wrestling community. They bitch about a lot of stuff, and they don't have the knowledge behind themselves with certain stuff. Jey was clear as day not going to win Money in the Bank. I don't know why people are so mad about that. Because we know where Jey's heading. We know where Jey Uso is heading. he's going to the Bloodline storyline eventually. He's just floating in there, being, yeeting everywhere and all that. I mean, he's just in the mix right now. And, that's fine. People are not going to like it, but that man is getting back into the Bloodline storyline. How they get there, we're going to find out eventually. Probably close to SummerSlam or after SummerSlam. We'll see. But a lot of people just complain, man. And it's surprising because I did a poll and a lot of people thought this show was average. And wrestling-wise, I don't think it was average. I thought it was very good. But just because of how much of a mess some of the things were, people thought this was an average show. So I don't know. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. And so I guess some people just thought this was an average show because of the mess. I wouldn't call it an average show. I would call it a good show. It wasn't great, but I call it a good show. Yeah, I understand that, but it's not an average show just because of a mess and all that. If you look at the in-ring that we got, it was very solid. And talking about solid, Damian Priest retains. He will go on to face the Ring General at SummerSlam, and yeah, we know where it's heading there. The co-main event, and which was the best match of the night, was the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Now, it was somewhat of a mess to start out, but they have to get their rhythm in this ladder match. And when they got their rhythm, dog, it was just boom, 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 move after this, move that after that. Very good stuff. And I will go on and say this. I will say this. This was the best women's Money in the Bank ladder match. I will go ahead and just say that. You can agree, disagree with that, hot take, whatnot, whatever you think. But I think this was the best women's Money in the Bank ladder match of its existence since, 2018 or 19? So, I very much enjoyed this women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Now, at the beginning, I was thinking, Zoe Starks, like, what the fuck are you doing? When she did that move, I don't know what the hell you even want to call that move. It's like she did like a 180 twist and then senton. I was like, I don't know what the hell you even call that. I don't know what that was, but let's keep that in the deep, deep bag, way deep, and never see it again. I don't know what that was, but credit to all women. Yes, I'm not really a big fan of Zoe Starks, but credit to all women. After it warmed up and this became a classic, all of these women went for it. This was amazing stuff, man. I feel like everyone shined in this women's Money in the Bank ladder match to an extent. I feel like all of these women shined. And that's a credit to all of them. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. Very insane spots. Chelsea Green doing the unprettier onto the ladder onto Naomi. Naomi with a damn split. She did like a split into a DDT. I forget who it was on. Zoe doing a power bomb, a one-handed power bomb onto Lally Valkyrie, onto the ladder and everything, and that was a nasty spot. Always some of my favorites to watch just because I always fall for the... yeah. And, the last two spots were the most insane spots to me. You had Zoe Starks to go up And I'm thinking, okay, well, we're not giving her the Money in the Bank. Okay, who's coming up? And here comes Io. And they finally get to a spot where, the ladder is, on the second rope and then inside another ladder, it's basically like a bridge. And this was a Michinoku driver / power slam driver. And Io did this to Zoe, and it was an insane spot. And I get the last spot with Chelsea Green going through the tables are going to be the most talked about spot, but this should be talked about just as much because it was an insanely crazy spot to do. And Zoe sold it like she died. She sold it like she died. Because as soon as she hit the ladder, you could see her face. And she just flopped. Flopped down. And everything. Io was, I don't know what. She was like bridging and hurting her back. She might have been legit hurt. I don't know. I can't. Sometimes I can't tell if they're legit selling or not. But that was an insane spot. I don't want to miss any of these spots up. So if I do, I really do apologize. This was a great women's Money in the Bank ladder match. The best one up to date for me. I don't know what everyone thinks, but I think this women's Money in the Bank ladder match was the best match of the night. It was to me. And then towards the end, we had Chelsea going up, and I thought, oh, damn, Chelsea might win. Then it hit me, hey, those tables haven't went through. No one has went through those tables yet. And so her and Tiffany Stratton had gotten into like a helping each other out throughout the ladder match. And then towards the end, Tiffany said, okay, not anymore, which makes sense. Tipped the ladder over, and Chelsea Green went through both of those tables like a champion. And then it was TIFFY time. She is your women's Money in the Bank for this year, and it makes sense. Some people are just not going to like stuff, and I don't get it. Like, what do you want? I get it. Naomi has not done much since she's been back. But you got to give time. You got to give some of these stuff time, man. You got to give it time over time. So, but very good. The women's Money in the Bank ladder match, I mean, it was so good and solid. Yeah, people are going to talk about the Chelsea and Tiffany spot where Tiffany tips her over, through the tables, but that Io and Zoe spot is probably more insane to me. Because you got to realize, just look how they made it look. But, very good women's Money in the Bank ladder match, folks. Probably the best of all time for me. The main event, we had the Bloodline versus Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. This is the first thing I want to say about this. The first thing. Jacob Fatu was the MVP for the Bloodline. Probably will be going forward. And Solo versus Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam, and I'm assuming that's going to be for the WWE Championship, does little to nothing for me. But I get it, but it does little to nothing for me. I'm not one to be very negative, but that match really does absolutely nothing for me. And I know that match is going to bring Roman back. Or not bring Roman back, but the wise man going through the table and all that stuff is going to bring him back. But at SummerSlam, that's how he's going to come back. So I'm just going to say that match does little or nothing for me. But this 6-way match was pretty solid for the most part. I'm going to talk about the mess up, the low blow spot. But I want to say this. Yes, I know he's messed up twice. Tonga Loa. I know he's messed up twice, like being late of pulling the ref out on his debut, the low blow spot, and somehow hitting Tama Tonga, his brother, in the face when he did it the second time. But I'm going to give him a pass on this because the suicide dive he took, and it looked like he bounced his head off the table, that looked insane. It looked like that did damage to him or something. So I'm going to give him a pass on that. But, yeah, this spot just did not look good. But that's all I'm going to talk about the negative spot. This match was very solid. I would have rather have Damian. Yeah, it didn't look bad on TV. You couldn't tell. Only time you can tell is when they did the crowd version of it where, someone in the crowd was like, this man did it late. I'm going to give him a pass too, but it just, two mess ups just don't look good, so I can't give him a pass on both. I'll give him a pass on the low blow part because it looked like it looked like something when he took that suicide dive was bad. But look, I'm going to say this. The screwy mess with Drew, Punk, Damian, and Seth, I would have wanted this to finish out the show. I will be completely honest. Because I'd rather just have I get people are going to say, oh, Solo pinned Cody Rhodes. Nah, Jacob Fatu pinned Cody Rhodes. Jacob Fatu pinned Cody Rhodes. Jacob Fatu did the most work to Cody. Like I said, he was the MVP of this match for the Bloodline and MVP overall almost in this match too, I would say, because he basically was the one that made the Bloodline win. It wasn't Tama Tonga. It wasn't Solo, the Tribal Chief. Or so-called Tribal Chief. I wouldn't call it a Raw main event. But I don't think it should have main evented. But and I know they did it for a tag team match with Tama Tonga and Solo. Yeah, that was a very great spot. I know Tama Tonga and Solo, when they faced Randy and KO, it was like anything goes match, but this is what this match needed. It needed all of that. But still a solid match, I would say. But I don't know. Solo doesn't do nothing for me. I'm sorry. Might be hating, but he really don't do much for me. to me, he didn't really do much right there to make his team win. It was Jacob Fatu. So, I don't know. I don't know, but it looks like we're going to Solo and Cody, Damian, and the ring general Gunther for the world title matches. I don't mind that, folks. I know some people are not going to hate it or not like it. I don't really hate the Damian and Gunther thing. I really don't hate that. I will say I think it would have been better with Seth, but what are they going to do with Punk, Drew, Seth? Are they going to do a triple threat with them? I don't know. Yeah, I think so too. No, thank you, John Cena. Even though I can't see you or I can barely read what you just said, but thank you. And I get it. So Solo's doing a decent job of trying to make me believe. I will give him credit with that. But all I'm going to say is we'll see. We'll just let it play out and everything. That's how I normally do. Thank you guys for anyone that's came in and watched. I'm going to go swim for a couple hours and then come back home, take a nap, and then unfortunately go back to work. But please hit that like button for me. We're at 9 likes, which is amazing. If we can have one more, hit that like button for 10, that'd be even better. But you don't have to. But 10 likes, boy, that'd be crazy. Thank you for the 10 likes, whoever that was. Subscribe if you haven't already. You don't have to, but if you enjoy WWE content and talking about the shows, I'm one of your guys. If I wanted to rate Money in the Bank, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't like doing too much ratings. It's gonna be like a 6.8 out of 10. I can't give it a 7. It's close to a 7, but I cannot give it a 7. But thank you guys for anyone that has watched and watched on demand. Yes, major respect to Kevin Owens. Really major respect. It's crazy. It is crazy how he dealt with all that, and good. But like I said, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys for the big week we had. I mean, it was crazy, and I forgot to upload the Men's Money in the Bank ladder match simulation. I'm kind of mad, but I was busy. Friday and Saturday, so that's why I have not done anything in 2 days. But throughout the week, I mean, we did so much. Tomorrow, I think I will be live for the rest of the 8 matches of the Queen of the Ring, and it'll be for the round of 18 after that. We'll do the live stream, and then after that, I don't know what I'm going to do with video-wise, but I think that'll be either tomorrow, depending on how I feel tomorrow, or Tuesday or Wednesday, one of those days and all that. So, hope you guys enjoy and have a good one. Okay, well, you've been deleted. I don't know what that was. But hope you guys have a great one. Hit that like button, subscribe. Peace out, y'all.